Go live. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone. So we've had a lovely break, just us and the family, which was really, really nice. I hope you had a good Christmas. Ours was very quiet, just the way I like it. And so we're back with lots of new exciting things happening this year, aren't they?
Lots.
So yeah, it's really good. So yeah, hope the start of the new year was good for you. And I hope that 2024, gosh, that does sound old, doesn't it?
Makes it sound old.
It does, yeah. 2024 brings you lots of joy, good health, happiness, and lots of crafting, of course.
With indigo blue products.
He always gets it in the mood. Good boy. I just wanted to mention before we start, we did the Pay It Forward last year. We announced a Pay It Forward, which was for you to nominate someone in your life, or even if you don't know them personally, but has made a positive effect on you. Sorry, that's my phone. Let me just turn that down. I'll sort it out, thanks. If someone has made a positive impact on your life, done something out of the ordinary, shown you kindness, or you think is just an all-round good egg, and you want them to benefit from some craftiness in the form of a craft workshop, then please nominate them. And this is our way of paying it forward. So can you remind us of how much they actually get to spend on workshops? No,
because
we can't.
Because basically they don't get anything to spend. They get the choice of a workshop to go on. So you just, whoever is nominated and we choose, we'll be in touch to see which workshop they would like to do.
Okay, there you go.
One thing that is very important, however, is that if you are nominating somebody, you do need to tell us obviously who it is, but also why you're nominating them. We have had a few people nominate people and they've just put a name, but that's not any good to us, because we need to have a reason to actually give them this prize. So please, if you've done that and you just put the name but you kind of forgot to give the reason, then by all means nominate them again and then give the reason that you think they are deserving of this. That would be really good, and then we will. The plan is to do the announcement next week.
Great, excellent. Okay, so get those emails coming in, and yeah, we'll sort that out. Anyway, so tonight I just thought I'd start off just having a play with my journal, and I was looking around and I thought, you know what, I really like this stamp and I haven't used it in forever.
That's a very old laminate.
It's
changed
very
colour
old.
now.
Has it?
Yes.
Well, I've got the original stamp, you see.
It's the original.
And it's still going
Still
strong.
stamping as well as it ever did.
Well, yes, there's no reason to change it, is there? But you could possibly gift me a new laminate.
Yeah.
I don't need a new stamp,
No,
but I could do with a new laminate. It is a little bit bendy and a little
we'll
bit
try and
mucky.
sort that out.
Thank you. That'll make my day. That to get a new, brand new laminate.
Make your year. Don't say I don't give you anything. A new laminate.
A new laminate is good. So yeah. So I'm just going to have a play in my journal. Haven't really planned what I'm going to do, but I have actually sort of stamped and coloured in an image. So that's as far as I've got. But you know me, it's always good to do it on the fly. So there you go. Have we got any announcements to make? Well, I know that we've got our first art journal class this Saturday, which I'm really looking forward to. So we're actually going to decorate the front covers of our art journals. So don't worry if you didn't do any of the art journal courses last year. If you want to start with us, you need one of our 8x8 journals. And we're going to decorate the cover and hopefully get some time to do some tassels as well to go on it. So yeah, all you need is a safe. You don't even have to have one of these as well. We've actually made these specially. I got Mike to make it for me.
Actually, Ella did it.
Did she?
Yes.
Oh, you're clever. So yes, one of those, but you don't necessarily need it. You can just join us, and all the art journaling courses are, you don't have to have done any of them previously at all, just to jump in and do it. And that's on Zoom, and that's this Saturday. So that's that one. I know that we've got some exciting things coming up, like we're doing a new release towards the end of the month as well, which is good. Someone's knocking at the door. I think that might be Daisy. I can tell by the scratching that Duke's there as well. We've got a new release coming later in the month with some stamps and some papers and some stencils. Yeah, she's going to jump on your chair now. Yay! Hi! Say hello to everyone.
Changed.
You're live on air. Oh, she's all cold, aren't you? This is Daisy. Aren't you, darling? Okay, I'm going to stop messing about and we're going to go and do some crafting. So come and join me over here. Okay, see you in a mo. So what I've done is I've taken a couple of pages out of my journal, and this is on the back of one of them. So I'm just going to cover these, and I've just put some masking tape down the back, and I wanted to do like a complementary colour scheme. So obviously I like my blues, so I thought I'd use Sing the Blues, and so I just wanted to show you on here. So if I look at the blues here, it's sort of a tealy blue, Sing the Blues, but it's not exactly teal for two. This is actually teal for two. This is one that I've made myself. We do actually have a template. Let me just grab that so that you can actually make your own. Ooh, yes, we do have these so that you can make your own quite easily. And there is actually, of course, I'm laughing because Daisy does not want to get off Alfie's chair. She's just groaning. She does look put out. Give her a biscuit and she'll be happy. So you can actually make your own using your paints, so that you can always get an accurate look of what you can do as far as your colour schemes are concerned. So as you can see with these, I've actually got my own colours in here, Mulberry and Burning Bonfire, and so that's actually what we've got here. So I'm going to be using Sing the Blues, Burning Bonfire, and I've brought a little bit of black in. So we don't have a black because you can use gesso. Our black gesso has got carbon black in it, so it's a really nice black. And I put some flesh colour in. Now I think this is called Fair. I think that was the one I picked up. Yes, it is. Just because it's on the yellow spectrum, and I thought it's actually quite close to the orange side of things, so I might use that as a contrast. I've been sorting out my craft room, and I've got some scraps of paper. I have loads of scraps of paper. I have actually been putting together a huge box of homework for you guys. So if you like, comment and share, or you give us a thumbs up, and we will choose some people to send some of these to as well. Because I've got loads of bits of homework, things that I've stamped and coloured in and cut out but not used, bits of papers that I've already decorated and stuff like that. So I've actually put them in envelopes ready to gift to people, because I thought this is just ridiculous, the amount of stuff that I've kept. So I think I really love this paper. This is from my set, which is called Derelict Damask, and this is gorgeous. And I've been messing about folding it up and everything, so it's perfect to just put down a few bits of paper. And this is the same one, but it's a different colourway.
so I thought those could go quite nicely. And I found these bits. Don't ask me where it's from. It's probably one of our, 12 papers that we have goodie bags for. So I think this is just scrumptious. So I'm going to use those as well. Okay, so let me just bring this over a wee bit. Let me just move everything over a little bit. And let me just find some Slap It On. Here we go. So this is Slap It On matte. So this is a matte medium. And this is great for putting down lots of papers. So I think actually before I do that, I'm just going to put some mark making down at the moment. So I'm just going to do some scribbles. So Happy New Year 2024. And what are my goals for the year ahead? I think more consistency, more teaching, and more time to explore and develop. So that's some scribbles that I've got on there. So this is using a waterproof pen. Okay, so whatever I put over the top, it's not going to run or anything like that. So it just gives me a bit of visual texture for that. So let's just, I didn't shake it up very well, did I? Let's just mix that up a little bit. And let's get some of this paper on here. So this is quite lovely. So that's a nice corner piece. Yeah, it doesn't matter that I'm covering up some of these bits. So I'm putting matte medium, the Slap It On matte, on both sides of the paper, just so you get a good sticky coverage. So I'm putting it on the paper, on the journal page as well, and then over the top. And that way you don't get wrinkles or bumps or anything, bubbles like that in. Okay, could you put the image up so I can just see that I'm in the right way?
One thing to mention is the Sunday Stamporama at York Racecourse.
Oh, excellent.
28th
Yes.
of January.
Yes, so that's a good one for your diary. 28th of January. In York, did you say?
York Racecourse.
And it's York Racecourse, and that's Stamporama. So there'll be lots of lovely craft companies there, and we'll be there as well. So that's always a good one. Stamporama's really nice because it's not too huge, and you get lots of interesting companies going. So that will be a nice day, and it's only one day, isn't it, Alfie?
Yeah.
So
Just trying to find the hours, but I think it's probably 10 till 4.
I think it is 10 till 4. I think disabled get in half an hour earlier.
10 till 3 it is actually.
All right. Yeah, which makes sense because it's just quite a short day, and everyone, goes early. This is nice. This is just an old envelope that I found. I think I might just have that over there. Oops, there we go. That's lovely, that one. So this is just giving me a little bit of texture in the background before I start painting. So any bits of patterned papers you've got, or papers that you've already painted, let's have so these are just scraps that I tended to have kept. There we go. Also the Slap-It-On mat, it dries clear and with a matte finish, and it also seals in this layer as well, so that when I go over the top now, the paint will react quite differently to if I'd left it with just the pure watercolour. Oh, I've just put my paintbrushes in the way, in the paint. Right, let's just scoop all this up and get this out of the way, because it's only just going to make a mess. I'm laughing because Daisy's just sat there staring at Alfie.
To get out of her chair.
Yep, you're in her chair. Okay, so let's get a little bit of colour on here. I think we'll have a bit of white gesso as well on my mat, just so that I can pick that up a little bit. And I might just mix some of this black with some of the blue, and I haven't mixed it on my palette. This is just a paint mat. That's good because you get sort of stripes of it, but I don't like the fact that you can see the brush marks, so I'm just going to use my finger. The good thing is, actually the really nice thing is that the Slap-It-On is still wet, so I can actually move this paint around, which is really satisfying to do. A bit drier up there. Obviously you don't have to use your sponge, use your finger rather. You could use a sponge, you can use your paintbrush. I'm just going to get an old rag just to pull some of that back. That's quite nice. Let's have a little bit round there. Let's take it off that paper there. I want to see some of that paper through there. That's good. And let's have a little bit of our burning bonfire. Let's get a little bit of that in there. Maybe a bit over here. Bit there. Right, so let's just have a bit of white gesso over this. Let's just knock some of this back a little bit. So let's just that's quite good. So obviously I can roll it into on the paint mat over here, but instead I'm just going to bring it over here, and you can see how it just smooches all of the paints together, and it gives it that sort of, well, it knocks it back so that it's not quite as bright. You know, this is when I'm at my happiest, because I've not planned how I'm going to do this. I'm just sort of layering up, and see, that's made a lovely marks on there. I'm just going to get my rag, and I'm just going to pull back some of that paper and this envelope here. Just a little bit. There we go. So that's getting there a little bit. I'm just going to do a little bit in the middle, because then it just pulls together better. Let's just cover this area here. There we go. Okay, so just get my rag and clean that off. So, has anyone got any New Year's resolutions? Is that a dirty word? Resolutions? Or just goals that you'd like to achieve this year? Have you got any, Alfie?
No.
No? Not into resolutions?
No.
Anybody else out there?
Yeah. Not a very active participant in this discussion.
Not really. Okay, let's get some dots going.
So Wendy's coming to York.
Oh, excellent. Oh, it'd be lovely to see you, Wendy. Although I don't want you showing off your tan too much, thanks. Looking all healthy and golden.
Julia's is to finish her India journal.
Oh, excellent. Well, that's a good one, actually. That should be one of mine as well, Julia. We're still going to have that crafternoon. We could do the journals then, couldn't we? That's nice and subtle. That's good. Yeah, my India journal is virtually non-existent. Maybe I'll just finish the one from last year. So, I know I should be using a stencil brush, but I quite like it a bit blobby. That's nice.
That's a good name for a new stencil, Mr. Blobby.
Mr. Blobby. I think it might be trademarked somehow. And I really don't like Mr. Blobby. I think he's weird and scary. If I'm honest, Alfie, it's just not really my cup of tea at all.
The new range of stamps I've come up with isn't going to work then.
No, it's not. Oh, crikey. No, definitely not. Oh, let me get another stencil. What should we go for? yes, I like this. Okay, so I think I will mix a bit of this Sing the Blues with a bit of black, and we get a really nice deep blue. Maybe not quite as deep as that. There we go. Have we got a oh yeah, there we go. I've got a stencil brush somewhere on here. Yeah, there we go. That'll do. Daisy, you've had your dinner. So this one is, what's this one called? This is just numbers, isn't it? No, letters. Alpha, I should say. I think it's just called Alpha.
It is.
That's nice. And see how the black would be too harsh, but with that blue added in, I think that works quite nicely with these bits as well. So we're just building up a few little layers. There you go. That's nice, like that. No, she doesn't. She just wants her chair. She wants to sit on your knee.
And she doesn't. She wants a chair.
Okay, I need some mark making tools, I think. I've got too many stencils for my stencil drawer now.
Mr. Blobbyland is not open anymore.
Is it not? No. Thank goodness. Okay, these will do. I have the inside of a till roll. No, Daisy. Let's just get a little bit more white gesso. I love the white gesso for putting highlights in because it's just so brilliant white. Let's just put a bit on the mat there. And this is just a little measuring cup. Bit bigger than I really thought. That's okay though. I think we need a little bit more of that blue to come through. See, sometimes your fingers are just the best tool to use. Use a sponge if you don't want to get your fingers mucky, but it is good fun, like being a kid again. There we go. Yeah, that's nice. I think that's too big, that. Have I got one in between? Let's see what else I've got. Another one here. Okay, maybe a bit too many circles now, okay, just smudge some of these out of the way. a little bit better. Put that one back in. Okay, right, so let's just dry that off and let's do a bit next layer of stamping. Lovely, that's good. Okay, we don't need that. We don't need that. Let's get some stamps out. Ooh, that's nice. That will contrast quite nicely with the circles. This is the periodic table of elements. And I think I'm actually going to stamp it with ink. I was going to use some of that. So having Daisy in here is a little bit like having a child. That's nice. So this is Warm Breeze. Daisy, sit. Sit on that other chair.
She won't.
Sorry, guys. Just. Oh, that is lovely. I do like that. That works really well. It's a lovely big stamp, that. Beautiful.
So we've got somebody watching on YouTube.
Oh,
called
fabulous.
Seahorse, who's asked, do you need special paper for what you're doing?
I would say yes, because I'm putting so many layers on and doing quite a lot to it. So I would say that you need a good quality watercolour card, which is what I'm using here. This is what we have in our journals. It's a hot press watercolour card, so it means that it's quite a smooth surface, so your stamping comes out really nice and sharp and clean, but it will actually act just like any other watercolour card, that you can build up the layers and really work into it. So I would say yes. Or, you know, if you've got any Bockingford or anything like that, we do A4 sheets as well of watercolour card, which is again smooth, so it really is quite beautiful to work with. So I'm going to just put some of these in water and just going to smooch this over my paint mat, so you get like a thin layer. And it's quite important, I use a gold line brush because it's quite smooth, so you don't get any ridges in it. And then I can pick up some of the colour onto here like this, and then I can stamp with it. Wow, that is lovely. Now you must wash this straight away. Where's my water? Because it is acrylic paint and it will stick to your red rubber stamps. Let's just make sure I get that out. So I'm just going to put loads of water on there so that I can clean that. Lovely. So now we've got those hints of orange coming through. That's working quite nicely. Let's just blast that dry again. then I think I will use my Stabilo oil pencil. These are good because they'll go over the top of all the paint here. So I can, you know, make some nice marks, and they'll easily go over the top of this. So just some really simple shapes. Quite nice to do, some crosses, some lines. I can make these into oblongs. There we go. And again, it just highlights those little bits of orange that we've got there. Okay. I don't think I've got a blue, but I haven't got a teal. So if we do just a few little squares. And then if you want, you can actually get a damp brush and just pull some colour in. So I'm just going to pull a little bit in, not completely. There we go. Okay, I'm quite happy with that so far. So let me get some clean paper underneath here. Got a pile of recycled paper. There we go. Let's put that over there. Right, I have lots of scraps of card. And here she is, my lost in thought. She's really lovely. And so I need a big one of those.
Confused with Lost in Benidorm.
Definitely not Lost in Benidorm.
Which is the other one.
Yeah, it is. It is the other one that we've got. We got her first, and then we had a request for a boy in a similar sort of style. So we called him Lost in Benidorm. I don't know why. Just made us giggle. She's fab, isn't she? Really lovely. There is supposed to be a gap there, okay? Just like there's gaps here. But she's fabulous. Still stamps beautifully. There you go, my love. And I have actually got one already cut out and coloured, and I've actually coloured this with my Vivid Refills. These are the matte inks, so I've actually added lots of water and coloured them in. To make the flesh colour, I mixed a tiny bit of the Loxley yellow with a tiny bit of the what was it called? Which one was it? Much Miller, which is this sort of claret colour. So, and that gave me the flesh tone as well. So that was those inks. And I've also stamped this, which is from Mindfulness number 2. I'll put that there so you can read them. Well, I just get some nice long bits of this. So You never know how strong you are until strong is the only choice you have. Unfortunately, a lot of people have to deal with that. Never mind searching for who you are. Search for the person you aspire to be. And this one that I'm using is actually lyrics from Ariana, as in Miss Grande. I just loved her lyrics. She made broken look beautiful and strong look invincible. She walked with the universe on her shoulders and made them look like a pair of wings. Fab. And speaking of wings, so we've got some wings here that I did actually stamp out, and I used some gold embossing powder. So I used the Glamrock Gold, which is the ultra fine one, and then that gave it that lovely goldy. It's very vintage gold, that, which is really fab. Okay, so let's just chop into this a little bit, because this is going to be far too big to go on the page as one. It's a little bit clunky, and my cutting is really quite poor, but let's just see how I get on here. Have we had any resolutions?
Yeah.
Oh, go on then.
Finished journal, Julia.
I know. Any others apart from Julia's?
Yeah. Got to go back now and find them. Hang on. Oh dear. Wendy says, use my stuff, try new techniques, don't get hung up on perfection.
That's a good one.
Do more doing and not just collecting.
Yeah. I'm all for that.
Watch all the horror movies I've recorded.
Oh dear.
That's Teresa.
Well, I'll leave that to you, Teresa, because I really don't like horror movies. I have a very exaggerated startle reflex, which Alfie thinks is hilarious because I jump at things at the least. And what did you do last night, Alfie?
I can't remember.
We were watching this programme and I was jumping quite a bit because it was a little bit, you know, not scary, but just a bit of a surprise. And then Alfie decides just to sort of slap my thigh and say,
No,
boo.
I didn't touch you.
What did you do then? You just jumped and made me jump. You're cruel and heartless. That's what you are. Oh dear. I don't know how I ended up missing that one out. Also, I love messing about with little bits of paper and card and stuff like that have been left over. So I tend to make little things like this, just little embellishments. So this is a stamp and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of little bits of paper on it, from coloured bits that I've painted to scraps on my desk, a little tassel and a bit of an old zip, bits and pieces like this, just using up lots of bits and pieces. So I tend to sort of put them on pages. Let's just move all these out of the way and then we can see where we're going with this. I just basically like messing about with bits of paper, don't I? So I thought she could go here, maybe round about there. She needs grounding, and maybe her wings will have to be about there, won't they? So let's stick her wings on first and get those in position. Okay, so where are her shoulders? There's her shoulders. So do we have them going down or going out a little bit? Going out a little bit, I think. So just hold that on for a few seconds, and then we need this one to match. So I would say about there. Yeah. Okay, that's stuck. Nice. And then this is grab and go. My usual adhesive of choice, which is nice and quick grab. So let's pop her there, and let's just hold on to her for about 5 seconds, and then I'll ground her into the page. There we go. Right, so I'm just going to give her a bit of a shadow underneath, which will just help to make it look as if she's not floating, that she is actually sat down on the ground. And I'm using a Stabilo oil pencil for this. So if you haven't got a Stabilo oil pencil, if you've got a watercolour pencil, that will do the job.
We have them in stock.
Oh, we have them in stock. Fantastic.
I'll just put a link on.
Thank you. But the lovely thing is you can actually just smoke that out. So it's just nice and just grounds it quite nicely. Let's have that run down a little bit. Actually, no, I don't like it running. There we go. Just pick up my rag. Right, let's see where, just a wee bit wet that. Okay, let's see where we can put these. Looks like a pair of wings, Walked on the Universe, Strong Invincible. Okay, so we need to just cut this here, I think. That one's too long. I think that's roundabout okay. Right, I'll stick them on first, and then I'll just knock that bright white back a little bit, because it is a little bit in your face, isn't it? And I have put pads on these, but you could stick them directly on the page. Let's try and get sort of equal spacing. This is when I discover I've actually mixed up the words. About there, I think. Strong, Invincible She Walked. Yes, that's it. Daisy's finally happy. She's sat on Alfie's lap.
It's only taken 40 minutes.
Yeah.
She's not happy.
that piece off. Lovely. And we'll centre that one. Let's make it equal. There we go. Alrighty, so I'm just going to take a really, really soft wash of in the blues. So loads of water, and just put a little bit on these, just to knock back that bright white. So it's really, really diluted. There we go. And I don't even know whether we need this. What do you think, Alfie? Yes or no?
No.
No? Is it better without? Okay, there we go. Let me just dry that off. Right, so oh yeah, we've got lots more classes coming as well, which we'll be putting up in the next few weeks, and we'll be announcing all of those. So that's been really good fun organising those. So let's just put my moniker on here.
Just show
And
where it's going.
What date is it?
10th.
The 10th of the 1st, 24. Good grief. I always thought it was going to be a long, long time to get to 2025, which is my 60th. But yes, what did you want to know? Where's it going?
Just show how it's going to go back in. You don't put it in, but just show.
Okay, so basically what I did was I opened up the back of my ring bound journal, and I took off all of the pages up to here, and then they'll all go back in. So when is it completely dry, I just need to carefully take this off. If you have difficulty with it, just get your heat gun. And that will just soften the adhesive, and then it comes off without tearing your paper. All right. And so that is going to go back in here. Oh, I've messed them all up there.
Yeah, don't worry. No, don't
Okay, I'm not going to put it back just now because I've just dropped all of my pages.
How it worked.
And then once you've fed them all back on, you can just push these too. But I like to work on the pages outside if I can, because then I can lay it flat and everything. But just be aware of not getting your previous page dirty. But there you go. I really enjoyed that. Thanks for watching, everyone. And hopefully I'll see you next week. Next Wednesday, same time, same place. Say thanks, Daisy. Say bye, Alfie.
Bye, Alfie.
Bye. See you soon.